Okay guys, Chris Cullen back with you on CC's Aquatic Adventures, and as you can see, I took some water out of this 20-gallon tank. We're taking these goldfish out. We're gonna put them outside in the pond. We're gonna let them live their life out there till about mid-September. When it gets too cold, we'll take them. We'll bring them back in, because the pond I have is not deep enough, or it's above ground. It will get cold quicker, and it could freeze quicker. So we're gonna just keep these guys out until it's too cold out there. They'll have more room out there. We got some plants in there with the roots, and it's going to be the tank can be healthy for them. And they also got the ability to live in, the colder water. Now, originally I was going to put these guys out there, gold cloud minnows or white cloud minnows, but I decided against it because it was too hot out there, and I think goldfish are a little bit more easier to acclimate to colder temperatures or to warmer temperatures. They can live in warmer temperatures. They can pretty much handle any type of temperature that you give it to them, because they used to, most ponds are outside. Most goldfish are ponds or pond fish, so they're outside fish. So they used to be either up and down with the temperature. So you can handle 80 degrees during the day and 60 degrees at night, and water should be about 75 around there throughout the day. So obviously when it's 95 degrees, you don't want to put these fish out there because they could die because of how short, of how low the water is. So we want to make sure these guys are going to be good outside. So the white cloud minnows, I may do something with them. I may just keep them in the tank down here. Maybe I'll put them in a big 20-gallon, but I kind of love the white cloud minnows. I might just get more and just put that whole 5-gallon with the white cloud minnows. Maybe. Thinking about it. Maybe let them breed. But the plan is to get these guys out. So we're going to get these guys out now. Obviously, Mark is the guy we won from the fair, and his little friend. So we're going to bring them outside, and you can see that these fish are very, very happy and healthy. I want to make sure that they're going to be good out there, because I don't want them to lose that that feeling, I guess, or the way they're acting. We want to keep them healthy and happy. So on that note, let me get these guys out of here. I'm hoping that you guys are interested in these videos. The pond video hasn't really gotten a lot of views, so we're kind of trying to push these. But maybe if I put the fish in there, we'll get some better views. But here we go. Let me get these guys in. I'll be up once I get them in the pond. I will take a video of it and we'll show you guys. Okay? Stay tuned. Okay, guys. I waited till the next day because my wife was messing around with these plants here. I wanted her to move this corkscrew into the filter, into the bog filter, and we had a little bit of an issue. But we originally had it inside the pond itself, but it was making the fish have less room in there. So I kind of figured I'd move it into the bog filter and use the big roots as filtration. Now, the original plan was to have a smaller plant for the plants, for the roots, but this is what I found. We're pretty happy with it now. We're not going to move any more things around to make room for more plants. This is what we got. So the goldfish are in there. I don't know if you could see them. They're right there. There's one there. I just saw them running around. They got plenty of room in there to swim. I think they actually like it in here, but they're kind of not sure what to do right now because I'm filling. But if you look close enough, you can see they're in there. I'm gonna move this plants. They're right down there. You can see. So they just move around. But yeah, so they're alive and well. They're doing good. We are going to make some adjustments for next year. Obviously, we want to paint this filter. We want to paint this a different color, probably blue, and we'll figure, make adjustments on it. But for now, we like the way it looks, and we actually love the pond lilies. The pond lilies, if you guys ever come into contact with them, or if you ever have a pond, definitely get some pond lilies. They grow so fast. We actually had way too many of them. This is, I think we had bought two, and they spread like wildfire. And you can actually break them off and put them other places. Now we actually put them in our guppy tank, right on top here. If you look to see the roots hanging down. So yeah, this might be water lettuce, and we got water lettuce, and we got some pond lilies. This look like more like look like more like water lettuce. But you can see they're really good to put in the tank. Anything to add something to eat the nitrates. I got a bunch of babies in here too that I want to make sure we really have extra protection for them. So that's one of the keys that we want to make sure. Looks like my my cat dropped this thing all over the floor. So anyway, my wife's not gonna be happy. This is like something with her perfume in there, and it adds like a good smell to the house. And it looks like my cat dropped it all over the floor. Anyway, that's something I have to deal with. My wife gets home. She's not gonna be happy. It's something you don't notice. Anyway, getting back to the pond. Yeah, if you guys ever want to do a deck pond, this is the way to go. We actually had another one. This one here, black one, we were going to use, but I wanted to use this one because of the way I set up the bog filter, because I wanted to be above the water. I think next year we will either use the same one, or I may just go and try to find something that's a little different, something that will maybe be a little bit above than what it is, so I can get this level up a little higher. But as you can see, the pond lily is doing great. I turned off the sponge filter just because I wanted you to see the fish. I have a hard time seeing them, but they're in there. The water's crystal clear, as you can see. One big one there. This is about 15 gallons. I don't think that it's any that much smaller than the 20 gallon they were in. I like the filtration. Will have more. They'll have more filtration and more plants to get the nitrates out. And I just think it's a better situation for them out here than it was downstairs. And we'll keep them out here till about October, because this will not hold cold water very well. So the cold water will actually make it colder in here. So I mean, like I said, there's no insulation. So that's what we're afraid of, that once the temperature gets too low, we won't be able to keep fish in here. So we'll keep fish as long as we possibly can. Once it starts getting frozen, we're probably going to take them out and put them back in that 20 gallon downstairs, so they have a place to live. But for now, we're keeping them in the pond, and you can see the pond's doing good. We're very happy with it. And I'm not getting many views on these ponds, but this is something that you can do DIY. I made this myself. I just drilled all the holes in there for the bog filter. You don't really need a lot if you're using a sponge filter, which I'm using. The reason why I'm using the sponge filter is because I don't want this to act as strictly just a cleaner. So if you have a tank, you use a polisher and your media for the bacteria, and I want to use the lava rock and the pea pebbles for the media. And then I do have a little bit of filter floss in here, or polyfill. I put that in there just because it cleans the water quicker, mostly for the video, but also if you use polyfill, I use polyfill in the front of these holes in order for for these holes to be open so in case the lava rock will come forward. I probably should have cut the holes a little bigger. I'll adjust that next year. But this is I originally wanted to put the minnows in here. I may do that once the weather gets a little cooler. I may put them in there too. I don't know. But these guys are still trying to feel their way out in this tank and in this pond, and we're happy with the way it came out. And I use this basket. We're gonna put some plants back here. I didn't want to get it too. I want to put it a little place where I could lift it out and be able to get to the outlet. So I left the basket there. I put a couple plants in there for now. I may put more plants in there, I'm not sure. We want this to grow and fill the side of the house. My wife put these branches along the back, which I kind of like. She's into the plants and everything. That looks pretty cool, going down into the pond. And it just, just really accents the deck. We like the way it looks. We want to see how the fish do, and then, this is the first time I'm doing this, so next year, when we figured all this out, we'll make adjustments, and we'll probably do something a little different. But we're definitely gonna go back with the pond lilies. We love the way they look, and the water lettuce, and then I think that's what it's called. I could be wrong. Like I said, I'm new to this pond stuff, so I don't quite know the genus of it, but it looks good, and we're pretty happy with it. And as you can see, the bog filter's working good. We got good filtration in there, and like I said before, I don't have to use a sponge filter, but I could probably take it out eventually. But we want to make sure these fish are okay first, get some bacteria growing in there, let them eat, get some waste, and then and let the sponge filter get the beneficial bacteria. And also, we want to be able to let this bog filter grab a lot of the waste too, and the bacteria, so we get good bacteria. And I want to keep that bacteria in there till next year. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I know this video hasn't gotten much attention, but we think it's important that we show you guys, because we like the bog filter. We like the ponds outside. This is the first time I'm doing it, and now that I know I could do stuff, I may even set this one up here with a sponge filter, and maybe do some breeding. There's a possibility too. I'm going to the fish store this week to get some breeding pairs. So we're gonna start breeding. I might do some stuff outside with the white-clawed minnows. If we can get them to breed, that'd be great. But I got a bunch of these little buckets I might use. Those are a little bit too small. Those for plants. But you could buy these at Walmart. They were like $15 or something like that. This one was, I think, $18. But still, you can do so much with these things, especially outside. It keeps you busy, keeps you motivated, keeps you into the hobby. This is something different. But like I said, we're embarking on a breeding. Once we get we're still looking for a tank. We gotta I have some 125s I'm looking at, but it's just a matter of getting them. I have to go out and get them. I don't have a truck right now, so we have to see if we can go out and get them. If we can, we will be getting them. So there was a tank we just saw. It's 100 gallon, but it was only 5 foot. I want a 6 foot tank. So once we get the 6 foot tank, we can move some fish around, and that's going to be the goal for the winter time going into next year. Our goal is to get these fish moved and do some breeding in the winter time, because obviously we won't be doing anything outside, and the fish hobby is kind of grows and gains interest because of the season. So that's the next goal of the fish of CC's Aquatic Adventures and the fish rooms. This is the outside pond. I may do some more outside stuff. I don't know. My wife takes up a lot of the space around the deck with her plants. As you can see, she's got like a little garden going. And of course my barbecue's over here, which is right around there. I got the 3-1 with the smoker at the end. So that's my barbecue. But I may do something on the side here, maybe on the deck, with some breeding. We'll see. I got the one outlet out here, which is a good thing. But I may just run a sponge filter off I have a pump downstairs I can use to run 2 sponge filters off. Maybe I'll run another bucket right here and have another bucket with more fish. Maybe I'll put the white-clawed minnows in there, and we'll do some breeding. So it's a nice time of year for it. It's only going to get about 80 degrees during the day, and at night it turns into the 60s. So it'll make the temperature of the water about 75. I checked the temperature this morning, it's about 75. So the white-clawed minnows will do fine in the 75. I just have to approve it with the wife. If she does it occasionally, I'll put a sponge filter in this, in another one of these buckets, which I'm thinking maybe that one there. And then we're gonna put the white cloud minnows out here, and we'll see what happens. Maybe breed. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. Like I say, if you can't own them, rehome them. We're looking for another tank. I wish we were close to Ohio Fish Rescues. They're doing like a sale on their tanks this weekend, but couldn't make it out there. It's too far away. And so we're gonna see what we can do, and we're gonna keep making videos, and we're gonna hopefully move some fish around and do some breeding, and then we'll definitely do some rehoming, but we're gonna sell them this time. So if you can't own them, rehome them. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe. If you know anybody who likes this kind of content, recommend us and get the word out there. We have like 220 subscribers. I want to get up to. I want to keep growing that number. Like I said, recommend to friends. Like, subscribe, comment. Give me some ideas on what you would do on a pond, and we'll show me pictures, and I'll be happy to look at them. All right, guys. So I'm out. See you next time.